Gymnastics moms, does your gymnast struggle to handle the pressure of the big meets, the qualifying meets, regionals, nationals, all of the things that she's trying to do to reach her goals? She might be dealing with a case of the what ifs, and we're going to help her deal with them in this video. Hi, you're in Mindset for Moms, where we help moms develop happy, healthy gymnasts who know how to win. So this month, for a lot of gymnasts, are qualifying meets. They're regionals, state, depending on what level. And this is the time where gymnasts really start to feel the pressure. And one of the things that creates the pressure, on last week we talked about how pressure comes from your thoughts, and some of the thoughts that really create pressure are the what if thoughts. So your gymnast has a lot of what if this negative happens. Now, the same thing is true if she's trying to get a new skill. Her brain has a lot of thoughts of like, what if this bad thing happens? It's the negative what if thoughts that cause her brain to feel so much pressure. Now, here's the thing. Your brain's job is for you to survive. And so part of its job in trying to make sure that you survive is constantly looking for threats to your survival. It's just how it's wired. So the what if thoughts are literally just your brain looking around trying to see what's going to threaten my survival. What if this happens? What if this happens? And it thinks it's preparing you to deal with those negative things that could happen. And so your gymnast's brain, especially our very over analytical gymnasts who like to really overthink things, are looking at all the things that could go wrong. And then like all of the negatives about that. What if I mess up? What if I fall? What if my coach is disappointed? What if my parents are disappointed? What if I don't qualify? What if I don't get recruited? What if I don't get to the next level? What if I am not good enough? What if I don't have what it takes? What if, what if, what if? So we have two different ways that we love to deal with what ifs. The first way is answering them to the end. I don't like to do this every time, but I like to do it at least once. So at least once, you want your gymnast to go to the worst case scenario and face it. It's sitting there. And when she doesn't face it, it's like holding it down. It just pops back up. So facing the worst case scenario, what if she doesn't get recruited? Like, ask her that. Okay, honey, well, what if you don't get recruited? Oh, mom, you don't understand. I get it, but like, what if? Let's just deal with it. If your brain is so afraid of it, let's deal with it. And like figure out how she would handle it if she didn't get recruited. What's she going to do? Is she still going to try to go to college? Is she going to get a scholarship somewhere else? Is she going to go to a trade school? Like, what is she going to do if she doesn't get recruited? What if I don't make it to the next level? Okay, so then if you don't make it to the next level, what if you don't? What are we going to do? Like, let's make a plan. Do you want to keep doing gymnastics if you have to repeat the level? Right? Like, go to those worst case scenarios. What if your coach is disappointed in you? Okay, well, what if your coach is disappointed? Your coach is human. Sometimes they're going to feel disappointed. Are they a big boy or girl? Can they handle feeling their own disappointment? Is that even any of your business? No. And so going to and like actually talking through coming up with a game plan of how you handle the worst case scenarios. We do this for being afraid of a skill too. Like, okay, what if you fall? Okay, what if you get injured? Most of the time, gymnasts are actually more afraid of just being out of gymnastics if they get injured than of getting hurt. So, like, okay, well, what if you're out of gymnastics? How will you deal with that? What will you do? Just like facing it. Now, I don't like to go there every time. I just like to go there once. And then every time their brain wants to go back there, be like, we figured that out. We know what we're going to do. We know how we're going to handle it. And then we go to the positive what ifs. So now we start going like, okay, that could happen. We've faced it. We know what we're going to do. But what if the opposite happens? So your brain's like, well, what if I don't hit? And you're like, okay, well, we figured that out. But what if I do hit? Well, what if I don't get a good score? What if I get my best score ever? What if I, am not consistent? What if I'm like as solid as a rock? What if I don't get recruited? What if I get recruited to my dream school? Like, and just constantly make your brain have equal airtime. Your brain is going to naturally offer the negative what ifs. So then now redirect it. So if your gymnast is feeling a lot of the negatives, then then you can help her and be like, okay, got it. But what if, like, I want you to consider, what if you hit? Then I would be happy and excited. Okay. And like just constantly go back to the positive what ifs. The negative what ifs are always going to be there, and we want equal airtime. We're not trying to push them away. We're not trying to say don't think them. We just want equal airtime, thinking both ways. All right, so that's how we deal. That's how we deal with the what ifs. And next week we're going to talk about how to deal with the nerves. But this is what we do inside our program, inside Next Level, or if your gymnast is a compulsory or gold program, is each week we give them the tools that they need to deal with what they're facing. And so we would love to have you join us in the program. You can learn more about the brain and why it works its way in our parents free training, learn more about our program there. And then come join us in a free strategy session. We'll help your gymnast figure out her path to her goals. Here's the thing. It's just gymnastics, right? We're not in this because we want to help every gymnast win, which is super fun when we do. Like I said, right now, our gymnasts inside our program are killing it. And it's really fun to be celebrating like all of their victories at state and qualifying for regionals and the things they've been struggling with. But we do this because we know that learning these skills of mental training now, if you can learn them to do gymnastics, and they're golden for the rest of their life and being able to accomplish anything they want to accomplish. So we'd love to see you inside. And if not, we'll see you next week here at Mindset for Moms.